Hey, what's up everyone? I hope you're all having a wonderful day or night, but for now, let's get into the video.
This video is in defense of the modern woman because I've been getting a lot of responses from men saying that they don't want modern women have bad attitudes, or that they shame and guilt and all these negative things. While I'm not saying that there may not be women out there who are this way, I do want men to understand that this comes from somewhere. That a lot of modern women, I'm going to speak for myself in this situation, don't trust men to be a traditional man, therefore allowing her to be a traditional woman. A lot of times grow up in households where men were not the providers or the protectors. And what was instilled in us from either our mothers or just from our own observations is that we have to take care of ourselves and we have to be independent, because you cannot rely on a man, not because we don't want to, but because we've seen dysfunctionality in the way that our parents had their relationship. So as I speak to other modern women, a lot of them say that it's not that they wouldn't like to be taken care of, it's the fact that a lot of women don't trust men because of the men that they've seen in their lives. So if you are a man and you have this negative perspective of modern women and you come across a modern woman who does have a bad attitude, understand that over time, if you're able to show her and prove to her that you can be the provider and the protector that you want to be, she may start to trust you and fall in line with a more traditional role because she feels safe enough to do that with you.
See how easy it is? All you have to do is play the lottery and hope she has a bad attitude because her dad was not a provider, not because she was never told no. Still not sure what having a bad attitude has anything to do with being a more traditional woman or not. But since she never cared to explain that, why wouldn't I take my chances with someone like that? And maybe until I do, why don't I go rob a gas station hoping I will never get caught?
I don't want a boyfriend because why would I argue with one ugly boy when I could flirt with like 100 cute ones?
Oh my god, girls math.
That has to be what that was, right? It has to, because I can't explain it any other way. I mean, you could get a cute boyfriend, but no, that has to be that girl's math I keep hearing about.
Okay, if you were in my position, would you tell your friend's boyfriend that your friend was cheating on them? So basically, my friend is someone that I'm fairly close to, but like not really. Just like we hang out every now and then, and my boyfriend is also friends with this person, okay? And she confided in me that, and also I saw screenshots and stuff. She was telling me that she was really into this one guy that she met on Tinder, and I saw that she had a Tinder, and I saw that she was messaging guys. And I'm usually someone who minds their own business. I don't get into drama. Like, I don't care usually, okay? But it's one thing if you're doing it on your own time, but it's another when you're like almost bragging about it to me, and also like not even caring to say that you have a boyfriend when we go out and making it seem like you're single is just something that like I couldn't help but not ignore. But then again, this is my friend, okay? I haven't known her for like that long, but again, like I've known her long enough to where she was able to confide in me, and part of me wants to just shut up and like mind my own business, but another part of me also, it bothers me that like she's doing this and almost kind of like bragging about it to me, and it makes me want to tell her boyfriend.
Because you don't get into drama, but you actually enjoy the drama. You keep calling her your friend for some reason, and that makes you not that much better than she is. She's not really confiding in you, she's bragging to you about how she cheats on her boyfriend. I'm sure you don't really know what to do because she's your friend, right? And maybe this will help. I hope your boyfriend cheats on you for the next 10 years and everyone will know about it, but no one will ever tell you. And when you do find out everyone knew, hopefully you'll remember this dilemma you're in today.
This is the secret to being irresistible to all women. And yes, all women, even the women who would never admit this to you. And no, it is not being tall, dark, and handsome. Women won't necessarily tell you this directly, even the women who say the opposite. But what we all really, really want, and we find extremely attractive, is a super masculine man. It's all about polarity. The more in her feminine she is, the more attractive she's going to find you in your masculine. So what do I mean by masculinity? I'm not talking about cognitive social constructs. I'm talking about the primal and the deep biological sense of what women truly desire. What we desire is to feel led and held and protected by a masculine man. You need to have strong leadership qualities, strong problem solving. If something goes down, she needs to know that you can hold it together in a crisis and protect her. Another aspect of the masculine principle, and I don't talk in terms of necessarily men and women, there's masculinity and femininity as universal principles in nature, is your decisiveness and your direction. You need to have a direction, you need to be goal-oriented, have a purpose that you're devoted to, and show up consistently. She loves your discipline, she loves your consistency.
Yeah, I'm sure she does. It's still not all women though, because there is no all anything. And I think I've posted enough blue-haired, nose-ring women who will disagree with you. But what it is instead is the same words, different faces. You need to have a goal and you need to... my goal is to be a plumber. Let me guess, that might become a problem later on when you can't brag to your friends about what I do for a living. But all I want is to be a plumber. Toxic. You need to chase careers and make money so you can provide her with a luxury life she can't provide for herself. Now don't get me wrong, that sounds way too appealing, but what I could do instead, since this video is gonna show up on Saturday, is call a few of my friends, have a bottle of Jack in between us, light up some cigars and maybe play some poker. Toxic. Yeah, I know. Still don't care all that much though.
Like, I just think that most men, the majority of men, are just so boring. And they don't have any emotional depth. Like, nothing is going on, like, below that surface. They are so mundanely average and just boring. Yeah, just so boring. Like, speaking to most of them.
Well, yeah, but you see, in my defense, I don't have a goal, that's why. No, wait, I have a goal, but my goal is to be a plumber. Looks like it didn't took long and I found one that disagrees with the previous lunatic. But in her defense, she's looking for all women, except there is no such thing as all women. Because at least some of them don't want to live the way she does.
I don't know. Because I honestly find it so hard to meet women who are like me. Child-free by choice, non-pick-me's, don't focus their whole existence around babies and marriage and getting a ring on their finger and men. Like, do you know how hard it is to find women like that? So I thought maybe I could start like a Discord or I could start like a chat, because I don't know where to find you ladies who are like me either. So if you have any ideas, let me know.
At this point, I've spent enough of my years dating and enough of my years being single where I just don't care to date anymore. I've completely lost any type of enthusiasm for dating, casual dating. I want my soulmate or nothing. I want to merge souls with someone or nothing. I just don't care for any more of this tomfoolery. I'm not willing to settle at this point because all of this waiting and all these years of me not settling need to amount to something. Like, they need to be worth something. Like, it makes no sense for me to not settle all these years and then suddenly be like, okay, well, I guess time is up. Time to settle for Johnny down the street. No. It's like, I want the one or nothing. And I'm okay with nothing too. Like, I will be fine if it doesn't come along at all. I've given enough chances to guys who were like kind of there, kind of had the qualities that I needed, kind of not, where I really was open-minded and compromised and was like, oh, maybe I can overlook other things. No, I cannot. I've done it. I've tried it. I can honestly and wholeheartedly say I've given it a shot of like not being as picky, and it still doesn't work. So I might as well just aim for the stars and aim for the soulmate, husband, the one, whatever, or just be okay with never being with anyone. That is where I'm at personally.
Oh, well, good for you. Where I'm at is at the point where I'll never take anyone serious. If she ever says, I used to be casual dating, but now I am looking for my soulmate. Maybe casual dating doesn't mean what I think it means. It doesn't even matter. You're okay with maybe being single for the rest of your life? Well, guess what? So am I. I don't really need to be the special number 1037.
I don't go on a first date if. I don't go on a first date if he starts conversation on dating app from hey. And I don't go on a first date if he invites me for coffee, walk, or God forbids bubble tea.
Oh no, well that ruined my plan for tomorrow. If I only knew from way before a complete stranger I care nothing about will not go on a first date, on a coffee date, all that would have changed nothing. These lunatics can't even hold a spoon properly and yet all they talk about is fine dining. Well, even though I haven't been embarrassed in a public place in a while now, I don't plan to be anytime soon.
Submissive men are the most masculine of all men, and I will die on that hill. They can hold
Their breath or something, cause I didn't care to listen, but you could always go back on that hill.
I'm convinced that the longer you go without being married or in a serious long-term relationship with a man and having children, your youth stays intact, and not only does it stay intact, you just kind of like elevate into this like youthful but timeless looking woman. Every woman that I have met that is childless and has not been married is stunning. Stunning. I just saw a 36-year-old the other day. She looked 22, but like didn't at the same time, like, you know, when you can just sense a maturity.
And you can notice the Botox because her face is all shiny. And you saw 36 woman who I guess had written on her forehead, not married, still single, not even dating. Now I don't know what's wrong with me because for some weird reason I feel like being helpful. So here's a man's perspective or mansplaining. You ladies at some point in your life need to maybe talk about something else other than looks. Because if you don't, people around you or people listening to you might think you're shallow or you have nothing to offer except your looks. And I'm not talking just about in a romantic relationship but also in a friendship. How many times two of you can just look at each other and go, oh my god, you're so pretty, before you realize you might want to have a conversation about anything else? And this is gonna be it for today. As always, I do hope you enjoyed it. If you didn't, I still appreciate you for making it this far. Thank you all so much for watching. Stay safe and I will see you in the next one.